People. Que pasa, sa pase, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Now, about a week ago, there was a ruling, a sentencing in a case involving a 72-year-old Jamaican man. His name is Mr. Patrick Chung. Mr. Patrick Chung was charged or sentenced to over 5 years for touching up a relative, a little picnic, back in 1993. Do the maths, that would be about 30 years ago. Based on the information, it is said that this little picnic was 7 at the time in 1993. Like most Jamaican mothers, parents, they have to go to work. Them leave the little picnic with the granny, the uncle, the auntie. The lady complained that then this man touched her up when she was 7. That is back in 1993. The court record also reflected that when this lady was now 12 to 13, was also touched up on the next instance when she went by the grandmother's house with 2 other siblings, young girl at that. She said all this time, I am speaking about the complainant, the victim. All this time, it was bothering her. It was on her conscience. She would have sleepless nights until she realized that, listen, there's almost no statute of limitation on making any sorts of complaints like this against any sorts of suspect. Once you are a victim and you have the evidence, you can always go to the court, file a complaint. She filed this complaint back in 2013. So people, 2013, we are now in 2023. So therefore 9 to 10 years after. She was very patient. She wanted justice because, yes, she was a victim on couple instances. So therefore, she decided that she is going to get justice, fly high or fly low. This family member was going to pay for the deed that he committed against her 29 to 30 years ago. And people, she was more than patient. She waited in excess of 30 years and then she finally got justice. Her perverted relative elder was given 5 years in the St. Mary Circuit Courts. So people, like me say, him a 72 right now and him get 5 years. When he's 77, he is going to be eligible for parole within that time. So people, like them say, justice delayed is not any sort of justice. However, it is better that you get justice at some time than no sorts of justice. And what this will do is inspire other people, other victims that have been victim because of their own family, because of close friends. Now this is a landmark case in the true sense of the word, because you and I know, you know somebody that knows somebody. If it's not them, them know some sort of family member that was touched up by some sort of elder. Whether are them uncle, whether they are them bigger brother, whether are them father, whether are whoever. Somebody a touch up somebody in a Jamaica, and people, this very disturbing trend has been going on for several years, and people, it has not stopped. It will not stop. Now the thing is that you and I know that if it is not certain people, meaning the average Joe or average Jane, they are not going to get any sorts of justice. However, when it comes to the big people, the politician are people with name. People are reluctant to testify, not only family members, because based on what this lady said, she was informed or told by her own family, do not push the case, leave the case alone, don't push it, don't make this man get any sort of charge. And people, we see that is a very disturbing trend that has been going on in Jamaica for the longest time, point blank and period. Further on in the news, be very careful about the image that you put out there, because that image, it can be used against you in the court of law, in the streets. There's a picture on your screen. That man's name is Fireball. Fireball is what you call one of those troublemakers in the era vicinity of Rima. Fireball's name has been calling up on a whole bunch of wrongs that are being perpetuated in that vicinity. The poor hold on upon him a couple of times, gave him a couple of warnings. However, he did not take heed. Maybe about 24 hours ago or so, Mr. Fireball was walking through the Rima vicinity when he was approached by the Popo. You know the regular script. Popo confronted by some sorts of GUNMAN. After the smoke cleared, Mr. Fireball was left laying flat out in a pool of his own, BLOOD. However, not only is the picture incriminating on people, you cannot judge people by just one picture. However, based on his reputation, based on his resume that is out there in the street, we should not be surprised if and when Fireball was in any sorts of confrontation with the Popo, whether he was wrong or right, that more than likely the possibilities are that he would have lost his life. I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to the response of the people that were there that was videotaping this whole episode. Did not get the actual SHOOTING, I got the aftermath. However, the aftermath or the voice notes in the videos of what transpired after speaks volume about the mentality and how these people like to shield these GUNMEN and how they are anti-Popo when it comes to these instances. People, take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Police just kill a youth innocent over Rima Steel.
And then belly shot him, get a belly shot, see him back?
Them for them, them took up the boy.
You see the back?
Look at me youth now, officer. I know them all know him, make him dead. That's what officer, look at me youth now.
Now people, this was the edited version of two videos. You could hear the people in the background, in the voice note, in the video, saying that the Popo just KILL one little youth innocently. The little youth they on him belly and them are going to make the youth DEAD. People, the truth and the fact, them know all along said this man was a troublemaker. This man is a violence producer. This man was always up to no good. However, when his time came and the people them take him out, then people are go ball and holler and act as if he's some sort of innocent person. A Jesus Christ, them take away. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, we see that an ex-Jamaican man was injured because of some petty stuff, almost lost his life. I am speaking about an incident that occurred at about 9 a.m. Sunday morning gone. Now usually Sunday in a Jamaica in the past usually be a peaceful day. You don't usually get up here any sorts of boogie yaga music. You don't usually get up and hear any sorts of cuss. If one day when there's any sorts of peace and tranquility, that used to be Sunday. However, people, that is no more. People are DEAD in a church. People are lose them life. People are get limb up. Any and everything goes on Sunday. So whether a Monday to Sunday, whether a 1 a.m., 1 p.m., wherever, however, it is going to happen. Jamaica has changed drastically for the worse. In a place called Rock River in a Clarendon, two men they argue 9 a.m. in the morning. Over $50 was the motive. Now people, I think that 50 Jamaican dollars is about 35 cents, 33 cents US. Me not really know. The math brains them make me know in the comment section. However, it seems as if it was about principle. It was not about the amount. It is said that one man pick up some sort of farm utensil, rush the next man, bust him neck and also almost take off him middle finger. Needless to say, him run for him life. The next man is now on the run. There is some sorts of manhunt for this man for 50 Jamaican dollar, 35 cents US. Now people, when we listen to stuff like this, we have to ask the question, what is really wrong with these persons? Are these persons so dark, evilous, or is there some sort of demonic spell going through Jamaica wherein people are fight for nothing, people are losing life for nothing, people that are innocent are being victims because of them own family member. People can't sit down, come to some sorts of bargaining table and reason out anything anymore. As soon as somebody have any sorts of argument, people don't want to get this, them rather for DEAD before somebody diss them or end up in some sorts of big yard. Based on the Popo report, it is said that the 49-year-old victim, he was rushed to the Maypen Hospital. However, because of the severity of his injuries, he was then transferred to our next place. People, you know exactly what is going to happen if this man loses his life. That man that is presently on the run, who people know, who this man know, is going to end up getting charged for MURDER, whether it is first degree or MANSLAUGHTER. Me no know, it is going to happen. It is going to be bad. People, it is very disturbing what is going on in Jamaica. People seems as if everything them turn to violence. There is no sort of negotiation. There is no sort of talking over anything anymore with anyone. Point blank and period. Now people, a couple of months ago I did a video when all of this SSL fraud was being taken place. And I said that 90-something% of Jamaican are living above their means, meaning that they are spending more than they are earning, meaning that people are thieving, they just did not get caught as yet. I said that if you check the books of most private and public companies, institutions in Jamaica, you would see that there is some sort of thievery or fraud being perpetuated by people in a top or middle management. Again, it happened once again in sport. InSport is one of those regulatory bodies that monitors any sort of sporting entertainment event in Jamaica. This is what happens when you have the fox watching the chicken coop. When you have some little uptown people that are in charge monitoring millions of public purse, them get some sort of fetish for thieving. There is an investigation presently being launched by FID, Financial Investigative Division, and MOCA, where it is said that 3 suspects are locked up in a custody for thieving in excess of $220 million from InSport from 2011 up until 2017. People, we are in 2023 as we speak. That is almost 6 years ago. However, when you hear one of the persons or some of the people that are involved, I am not going to say that you are going to be shocked, but me just say it is somebody that is well known. This person is one of the top promoter of some event called Chug It and French Connection. Big events in Jamaica. Multi-billion-dollar events in Jamaica. His name is Mr. Andrew Wright. His accomplices Rudolph Barnes and also O'Neill Hope. Based on the information, it is said that they were writing, signing and clearing checks to people that was not employed, did not do any sorts of contract for InSports. He was fraudulently sending out these checks. These checks were being cleared by their accomplices, people who are their friends and cronies. Based on the court documentation, it is said that they are charged for conspiracy to defraud $220+ million. Acquisition using possessing criminal property, transaction involving criminal property, and larceny as a servant. That means people put them trust in you and you violated that trust. People, I want you to listen what the head of that department of MOCA has to say as it pertains to this fraud, and then I am going to give my piece.
There was a financial investigation at InSports which discovered a number of irregularities between 2011 and 2017. That triggered a report to MOCA, and we launched an investigation then. So since that time, we have been looking into this matter, and that culminated today with the 3 arrests. These are complex cases. Money is now moving all over the place electronically. They're complex. They involve large sums of money exchanging hands, and so it takes a while to build the case and to look for the evidence that will lead to arrests and charge. But very importantly, too, it's important that we, the investigators, law enforcement, get it right so that we can bring successful cases to the courts. So, yes, I do understand that there might be some amount of impatience, but, you know, when I was in the military, we had a saying that we don't sacrifice accuracy for speed. So rather than rush something and bring it half-baked to the court, we, you know, much rather to take our time and do it diligently and properly.
Now, people, you hear what the top man office say. However, this is what I have to say. These people feel as if they are entitled. These people see what has been going on in Jamaica for the better part of 4 or 5 decades. That if you have that uptown face card, you have that name recognition, more than likely, even if you are held, you are going to get some sorts of slap on the wrist. You are not going to be held with any sorts of big time. And people, the truth is what we've witnessed over the past couple of months as it pertains to SSL. What this proves is that there is bad accounting, bad accountability. Everybody is incompetent, irresponsible, or even better yet, them are thief. You have the fox watching the chicken coop as it pertains to public purse. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.